Everybody's got an opinion. Every Californian and Virginian. It's so hard to tell who to trust and who to ignore. Someone's gotta settle the score. Trey and Chelsey will help you choose whose views win, which ones lose. Online haters are coming for you. Baby, it's time to review the review.
Hello.
Hello, and welcome to Review That Review. We are the podcast that is dedicated to reviewing
Reviews.
That is Chelsey Donn.
And that is Trey Gerrald.
But why don't you just call us
the Review Queens?
That's right. But first, Trey, we have something very important to do. Would you like to?
Lodge a complaint.
Why, yes, I would. All right. I today need to talk about this phenomenon that has bothered me since I was a young kid. And that is, why does having your back scratched feel so good, but you can't do it on your own? Why is self back scratching such a disappointment and a letdown? I hate it. My mom used to, when I was a little kid, she would scratch my back with her really long nails as I was going to sleep. And so, I love that sensation. It's very comforting to me. And I can't do it to myself, obviously. And I'm married to a man who, doesn't have long nails. So, and he, his wrist gets too tired too quickly and he can't do it. So I can't do it myself. And then if you get a back scratcher, something about, the movement of, having to do your elbow, really messes up the sensation too. That just reminded me of the shake weight. It doesn't work. And even massage chairs, I mean, that's different. That's a massage, not a scratch. But even a massage chair or an apparatus doesn't feel the same as human hands. I keep seeing all of these TikToks for these massage bed things where it's robots that are doing it. It's eliminating humans. But to me, I'm that can't feel good. I guess the Theraguns are a whole thing, but it doesn't matter. Back to back scratching. Why does a back scratcher not compete with fingernails? I hate it. I hate that I can't just self-stimulate the sensation. I'm dependent on the kindness of a stranger. Preferably not a stranger.
Can you imagine just going up to a stranger and
scratch me?
I'm so sorry.
Please scratch me.
I have needs, emotional needs, and they include you scratching my back. Is that weird?
Have you ever encountered this situation? Do you know what I'm talking about?
Oh, for sure. I mean, I think the reason that the back scratcher doesn't work as well as a human hand doing it is the same reason why one of those fans that you have to shake it yourself is not good as an automatic fan, because I got to do the work. So I'm exerting energy trying to fan myself. I'm getting all heated. Yes. If I'm all hot and bothered and itchy, it's sort of similar. And then I got to get more hot and bothered with the back scratcher. I mean, it's better than nothing. And I definitely have one and I've been there and needed it. But it's not the same comforting feeling, you know?
No, it's definitely a second rate solution. I don't know what the first rate would be, killing people and then using their hands.
Using their hands.
Disgusting.
Anyway. Oh my God.
That's the complaint I need to
Training
lodge.
the dogs to scratch your back?
Oh.
Maybe?
Oh, that's never occurred to me. Maybe I should do that. Are there any dog trainers out there that have any tips? Because I would be interested.
I think that, I would like to train Goldie to scratch my back.
Is that inhumane though? Is that
I mean, maybe they would get some joy out of it, or I don't know.
We can feed them treats as the payment.
Yeah, I mean, there's some, we can scratch their back. I scratch your back, you scratch mine. You know what I mean?
There's a saying there. I think I know.
Yeah, I think so.
All right, that's my complaint. We've adding it to the ledger.
Absolutely.
Well, I feel better. Thank you for that opportunity.
Oh, of course.
Chelsey, would you like to jump into an online review?
I would love to. Let's do it.
Okay, but before we do, if you are loving the show, be sure to hit that subscribe button, give us a like if you're having fun, and drop a comment below to let us know what made you laugh, gasp, or cringe the most.
I did some faces for you. We love hearing your thoughts. It's totally free, obviously, and it really helps us grow and keeps the reviews coming your way.
Speaking of, let's do it.
Review that review.
As your trusty review queens, we bring in internet reviews that we feel need to be inspected.
We take a review, we break it down, and then we rate the impact of that review on a scale from 0 to 5 crowns. It's a really regal process that we call
Assess that 𝐬𝐻.
And Chelsey, I must know, what have you secured for us today?
Okay, well, I've been spending a little time on TikTok because, trying to keep up with the Joneses or whatever. Keep it modern. And I found this review that I found hilarious about a SKIMS
Heard of it?
fits everybody kind of string bikini. Let's take a look at this first video. It's going to give us a little bit of context. So let's check it out.
So if you've been eyeing the SKIMS micro bikini and wondering about the size, these are tortilla chips for scale.
Holy small.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is from a
explain the
beauty
Trey.
influencer or a beauty engineer, it says. And it's just a 9-second video here for all you listeners that says if you've been curious about the size of this bikini, they've literally put like Dorito, Tostitos.
They're tortilla chips from Trader Joe's.
Oh my God. That's how big the material is. They're tortilla chips.
Like each boob and like the covering of the vajay area is one tortilla chip.
Tiny.
Okay. So with that info in mind, let's go on to this review.
Holy cow.
So this is a TikTok review by Terry. Terry does a lot of different TikTok reviews. They call them purchases. So they make a different purchase.
That's cute.
And then they review them for their TikTok viewers. I saw this one like IRL and got a real kick out of it. So I hope you guys enjoy it.
All right. And this has 5.1 million likes.
Yeah, no pressure.
And 1.3 million shares. All right. People are really sharing this.
Yes. Okay.
Okay.
I've done it. I've purchased the tortilla set.
Oh,
I purchased this with my own money. And did you know it comes in a 4X? It doesn't look like it's gonna cover one lip. Got it in gold. I just want to remind you guys, this is a part of the SKIMS Fits Everybody line.
Uh-oh.
I got it. Oh,
She's standing backwards.
Contrary to belief, I am wearing the bottoms. Oh, wow. Kim, does this fit everybody?
Oh, free the nipple.
Wow.
Oh my God, Terry.
So Terry, round of applause for Terry. Terry always does this run test when they're trying on like lingerie type things to see, I guess, if they were running away from a zombie apocalypse or something, if the garment would hold up. So at the end there, what you might not have seen if you're listening is that Terry starts doing a really rapid in place running.
I would say like a drill sergeant run, not a Baywatch run.
Yeah.
Which I appreciate. I think you can learn more from the drill sergeant march than you can from Baywatch.
Yeah. And needless to say, it did not survive the run test.
Okay, first of all, Terry, I'm obsessed with you.
Yes.
Follow Terry on TikTok. They're at �TERTAAY. I'm obsessed with the usage of purchased. That's so funny to me.
Isn't that cute that it's like their thing? Yeah.
Yeah. So at first I was sort of like, oh no, like, no, I need you to be like actually naked for this. because they're
Right.
wearing like a sports bra and like
Yeah,
the
they're
sports
wearing-
shorts.
Yeah, they're wearing like a short, like a crop top and like biker shorts or something like that.
So I was thinking like, no, come on. But now I see, especially with this marching test, you wouldn't be able to post it. It would be too
No.
explicit because
Yeah.
free the nipple, as I said, really occurs here. I'm obsessed with Terry's body positivity here and how like literally she calls out like, you know, contrary to popular belief, I am wearing the bottoms because you can't see it because it hides under Terry's body. That's how petite, like non-existent this fabric is.
Yes.
Even without the drill sergeant marching, I think your boobs would fall out. Like I'm sensing this whole theory here that like Kim Kardashian Skims is like, you know, to a specific body type that the Kardashians look like. But in order to be, you know, in 2024 land, you have to sort of be inclusive for all bodies. But like, there's no support. It's literally elastic with a tortilla chip size triangle of fabric. So if you actually have breasts, if you don't have a cup, there's
or
no
like a boob
support.
job that's holding your boobs up.
Right. Very good point. Right. Like,
and also like, it's just one of those examples yet again. And I've been here many a time where you see the size, you're like 4X. You know, I see Terry and I are not so different size wise. I would buy the 4X and think like, I'm good. Like, I don't even need the 4X. I'm buying the 4X because like, I'm going to give myself a little extra wiggle room here. And that is not a 4X.
No. I mean,
on whom?
At,
on whomst?
At 29 seconds into the video, before Terry turns around, we get to see like the back of the G-string. And I didn't realize that Terry's probably very smart and is returning this product. But they don't take the tag out. But I didn't realize that that's the tag. So like at the little like triangle point like of the butt, like you see the tag dangling, and I thought that would be so uncomfortable. But now I see it's actually the tag. I mean, I love Terry. I'm obsessed. I find this to be outrageously valuable. And I don't know that it's unique. I think it's like important information because the majority of people in the world do not have these Hollywood standards of beauty. So it like this is the problem with like fashion and all of this is that you don't get representation. There's a lot of like, I know Fashion Nova, like a lot of brands now will have plus size models, but like a real life application. I mean, that's why these TikTok reviews are like really seeping in value because you cannot lie. You can't lie. Like it's
you're
there
seeing
visually,
it with your own eyes.
especially with this marching run test. I mean, hilarious.
Hilarious. And also just like, again, it's not like Terry just went on a whim and bought this product. They are marketing this as a fits every body. That is how they're marketing this product.
I mean, it fits. I just don't know that like you might as well wear this at a nude beach.
Right.
Because you're basically nude.
You're not getting any more
if the wind
coverage.
blows. Those nipples are going to be out. And I'm just also thinking like, God forbid the bottom, you know? Like
the bottom is coming off. Like when she was like, contrary to popular belief, I'm wearing the bottoms, when she lifted it up, like that would be full vag exposure.
Oh my God. The string would be, it makes me think of like Vegas. Like it makes me think of like, this is what Vegas showgirls are like wearing, like underneath like the feather boas and shit. Like
right. Like you'd have to be wearing something that's so narrow, so you know, to keep it from showing.
I mean, obviously, like when we look at these like video reviews, like the truth is in the pudding. I don't think it's shady. I think it's cautionary. No. Like especially to the point of the marketing here. Like Terry's like, okay, I don't think that's shady. I think you're taking the claim and you're putting it on your real human body, and the proof is there.
Right. Which is super valuable. And I think you can't help but be truthful, because we literally see Terry rip open the packaging with her teeth.
Yes, I love that.
spit out the plastic and put it on. So it's not like this is manipulated in any way. It's very clear. We bought the product, we received the product, we opened the product, we tried it on, and this is what it looks like. And there's so much value there, because I've done this many a time where I bought quote unquote shapewear and these type of things, gotten a bigger size than I even thought I needed. And then I'm like, this is crazy. Like, this does not even come close to fitting. So these kind of videos are extremely valuable. Common, I mean, I would imagine.
I mean, I think that when you look at the statistics of America, which, like, you know, I was going to save this for my crowning, but like, I feel very moved is maybe too hard of a word, but like, I really appreciate Terry's ability to be comical in this, because I have issues with my body. You know, it's like to put yourself out there like this and be laughing about it.
So vulnerable. Yeah.
It's really inspiring in a way. Like, I feel moved by that. And
Definitely.
the fact that she's laughing, like, she's like, come on, like, makes it feel like the point is really delivered, but it doesn't feel like lectury. It doesn't feel like she's trying to take anyone down. It doesn't feel right. And to me, I feel like the majority of American bodies look more like Terry than they do a Kardashian, which has been made by under scalpels and all of this. That it is sort of like, I feel like this is probably typical and common, especially if you're making a 4X size. This is what a 4X looks like in practice.
That's right. Yeah. And again, they're buying the 4X. So if you're a large, buying the large. If you're a medium, buying the medium, I would imagine you're probably going to have the same problem.
Yes.
Even
typical.
the girl in the first video, who, as far as I'm concerned, you know, was very stereotypically thin. I don't know. I don't want to be like judgmental of anybody, but like just seemed to have a more narrow frame. They were like, this is ridiculous. It's for a tortilla chip. It's not for a human body. So I think even if you weren't plus size and you were buying this in your whatever your normal size is, you would probably still have this experience.
I mean, I think that that's the biggest value here is like, regardless of the size you order, there's literally no support. And you would be very conscious, even if you were an A cup and you had like 2 pounds on your body, like you would be conscious that like one quick turn and your nipples are coming out. Like, you like squat in a weird way, the floss is going up all of your cracks. Like, and that, you know, there is reason for that and there's value for that, but like, I don't know that I would wear this on a beach. Like, you know, but
not
this
a
may not be for that
clothed beach.
No, I mean, but it's sexy. I could see how like if you wanted this for like, you know, a bikini, I just think that's for water things, but like it could also be like sexy and like, I don't know. I think I could crown.
Do we talk about the entertainment, or we just been sprinkling that in throughout? I mean, clearly we were both very entertained.
Yes, and moved. Yeah.
All right, I can go into the crowning.
All right. So Chelsey and I each have our own set of 0 to 5 crown cards, and in an effort to be fair and not influenced by one another, we will simultaneously reveal our rating.
The queens are tabulating. Total score.
Yeah.
Wow, that's amazing. Terry, you are a review queen, twice crowned by both Trey and I. Trey, you go first. Why did you make Terry a review queen?
I mean, for many reasons here, and I'll just keep it light, but I am sincere in the fact that I find a lot of power in this video. But it just is like, it's taking the piss out of this whole marketing scheme of like, for everybody, which yes, it is. It does fit. Technically, it's fitting her body. But like, is it practical? I don't know. And I feel like I'm going to go follow Terry, and I'm like obsessed with, this is hilarious. And obviously the statistics prove like it has gone viral, and it's also informative, and I think it's funny. And I mean, teeny tiny yellow polka dot bikini girl.
Seriously.
But congratulations, Terry. It is a feat that has not been accomplished that many times on our show to be a unanimous across the board review queen. Keep up the work. Chelsey, why did you say 5 review queen?
I had to make Terry a review queen. I just love the vulnerability, the willingness to put yourself out there, the willingness to kind of take the piss out of yourself while also passing along really valuable information. I love a good laugh.
Yep.
Terry has a great laugh.
Yes. Oh,
Terry
we didn't even
has a
talk
great
about
laugh.
that.
We didn't even talk about the laugh, but like like I can have a funny laugh. Terry has an even funnier laugh than I do. I love that. And I just love how much fun Terry's having doing these reviews. It's so much more interesting to watch and to witness. And I just love Terry, and I had to make her a review queen. So Terry, you are such a queen. I can't wait to hopefully meet you one day and have you on the show because, doll,
Yes.
chef's kiss. You do great work.
Good find, Chelsey. Hilarious.
Thanks. Okay, Trey, we've done it. We have reached the most regal portion of our show. Who are you inducting, Trey, for?
My Royal Highness.
Okay. So funny that this is on this episode because we don't discuss prior, but this is something that I sometimes carry shame about, but I'm going to be vulnerable like Terry. I really want to give 5 stars and 5 crowns to the Domino's Marble Brownie. Now, previously on the show, Chelsey and I did a live review of the loaded tots.
Yes.
And we also did the chocolate volcano cake. And I think I mentioned how much I love the marble brownies. You guys, think what you want about Domino's, whatever. Like, I'm in New Jersey, New York area. Like, pizza is renowned here, right? But I love Domino's, and I love the marble brownie. It is a marble of brownie and blondies together. It's so good. But when you order it, you have to put it in the fridge right away because it's so much better when it's like cold. I don't know why. It literally, honestly, truly does taste different. It's so decadent. It's so bad for you. It's like, it's like all of it's fake, whatever. But like the spirits of Betty Crocker must be so happy because it is so good. And I can snack on it for up to 3 days. I wish it would last longer, but I eat it so fast. If you haven't had it, this is your opportunity to like try something new that's bad for you, but as a treat. The Domino's Marble Brownie, so good. Love you so dearly. You're a real one. So for that reason, I am inducting Domino's Marble Brownie as my Royal Highness.
I love that. The spirit of Betty Crocker, and I agree, Trey. What a good induction.
You've had it, right?
No, I've never had it. I've
Mouth
never had
agape.
it.
Okay,
Mouth agape.
all right, we'll fix it.
One day we'll have to try it together.
You have something to look forward to, girl.
Oh my God. I love having things to look forward to. So can't wait.
Well, here's another thing. We did it, Queen. That's another round on the RUARQ Ferris wheel of tortillas.
Thank you for joining us today. If you like what you heard or watched, please tell a friend.
And if you didn't like what you heard or watched, tell an enemy. On this week's after show pod, Chelsey and I, here we go. God knows I love a theme. We are going to be rating and reviewing a 1-star Amazon review for 𝐬𝐮𝐬𝐫𝐞 32 fingers head massager, head scratcher, scalp massager for head body relaxing wood handle 1-pack.
Wow. I was actually going to bring that up at the top of the show when you were talking about the back scratcher. I almost said
I felt you
Did
almost.
you feel it?
I felt
almost
it.
said it. I held back, but I was like, that kind of feels nice.
Mhm.
All right. Well, I wonder why this was sad. You know what I bought for my migraines?
Oh, I've seen those. Does that help?
Yeah. That feels lovely.
Because
And, feels so good. I recommend this product.
I wonder why that was said too. Well, please remember,
Ignore the haters. You're a queen.
gender non-specific queen.
Of course. Love you. Bye.
Sign up directly on Apple Podcasts to hear our weekly members-only after show. Unlock additional benefits when you become a Patreon member at reviewthatreview.com/Patreon. Follow us on all the socials at The Review Queens and join our mailing list at reviewthatreview.com. Our kvetch line is open 24/7 at 1-850-REVIEW-0. You never visit, you never write. Give us a call now.
That was amazing.
Oh my
I
God.
loved Terry. I really hope we can get her on the show because she seems really fun.
I want some tortilla chips now.
Me too. Maybe with some like melted cheese or something.
Ooh. All right.
Yeah.
Well, we'll see you guys
nachos?
Friday.
Is that nachos? I think that's
Nacho
what you
party.
call it. Nacho party. Bye.
All right.
See you Friday.
Bye. Thanks for watching, Queens. Click here to subscribe and click here for more videos.